Hey y'all, this is Fresh coming back at you from the community garden. I've been getting it in today, so excuse I'm a little bit of a mess, real sweaty, but I wanted to show y'all what we did. Basically, I tried to leave the garden bed as it was as much as possible, just transplant the volunteers that were already in here on coming out to the edge of the bed and plant what I wanted in the middle. So, I'm over here. I got fired helping me today now. But so since I know I'm not gonna be able to come down here as much as I would in my regular garden, I decided to go ahead and just put some landscaping fabric down. I've seen a lot of farmers do this. One of the agreements to have in this community garden bed is to keep the garden bed weeded and the surrounding area around your garden bed up to a foot past it weeded. You can go past it if you want to include that as volunteer hours, but I'm not going to have a lot of time, at least right now, especially since it's so hot to come down here and do all of that. So I'm going to do some landscaping fabric in the bed, and I'm going to come back with probably some of that wood mulch that I told y'all about, or that I'm going to tell y'all about. I don't even think I've released that video yet, but coming soon. But today I decided to go ahead and go with the Three Sisters method, at least part of the Three Sisters method. I got some corn planted. I cut some holes in the landscaping fabric and then planted my corn. And on the edges, I planted some beans. On this side, I planted some beans in the middle. But I was trying to, this was already here that I transplanted. I left that there. So I tried to move the Mexican sunflowers that were already here out to the edges of the garden bed and left the ones that were already there. So you can see they're kind of wilted looking. Those are the ones I transplanted. I planted some squash up here, some butterbush squash, I believe it is, and I'm gonna come back later on. My potatoes haven't eyed out, so I'm gonna the buzz are starting to get bad. Let me wrap it up. So I'm coming with some potatoes later on, but as y'all can see, we weeded all around some more, and these were the ground cherries that were already here that were so huge. These are the ones I left to give this blessing back to the next person if I decide not to keep this year or next year. But you can see they're kind of wilted, but they'll come back because I transplanted those. Those were smack down in the middle, and I needed that space for my corn. So that's what we're doing. These zinnias were already here, so we transplanted these last week, I believe it was. And so they bounced back, so those have bounced back as well. So yeah, just wanted to show y'all real quick what we're looking like. Stay tuned, we're going to show y'all more. And hopefully, I haven't done too much. I just added my fertilizer and my alfalfa pellets. And I'm hoping it'll grow. We're in the dead of summer right now, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. I haven't done this before, but yeah, we're going to see what we can do with it. So stay tuned. Hey y'all, this is Fresh from Fresh and Fire Backyard Living, coming at you from the community garden. Check out my new hat, and I need it today. It's a little bit of cloud cover at the moment, but it hasn't been this way. Came down here to do a quick touch up with the weeds around the garden bed and water the plants that we have in here, so check it out. So here is our community garden bed. I'm gonna try to do this quickly because my phone is hot. But as you can see, the zinnias that were volunteering in here are still volunteering, looking great. And here's the stuff that I planted. I planted some corn and I just grabbed a bag of red potatoes from the from the grocery store and threw them in here, organic red potatoes. And somewhere I planted some beans in there with that, I don't know if it's a tomatillo or a ground cherry. But that's so thick and bushy, I'm not sure if the bean is in there or not. But that's a Cosmo that almost made it through the summer. I haven't been able to get down here too much. That's why I decided to just plant some corn and some squash and some potatoes and put this landscaping fabric down so to hold the moisture in, because they called me kind of already well into summer and this stuff was volunteering. Like I told y'all before, so I didn't want to mess with it, and the bees love it. And I knew I need some pollinators, something to attract the pollinators to the squash. So I left those volunteers in here, and they're so pretty. Look at the bees. But yeah, we have more corn over here. And let's see, I'm trying to see. I threw some potatoes over here. I don't see them, but you can see right there, the bean is coming on in and starting to bloom. And hold on, let me go on around. And the reason I came up here, they like you to keep the around at least a foot around your bed weeded, and the rain had made it all grow back up after I picked it. So I came up and did as natural as I could, spray vinegar, salt, and dish soap, the same thing we use around the fruit trees and the fire pit at the house. So just sprayed it and picked as many weeds as I could. I'm gonna let the sun handle the rest and burn those weeds out of there. But yeah, there is the squash. It's looking a little diseased. I think that's a butterbush squash. I tried to pick some dwarfing ones, and a marigold that volunteered in here. I just left it in here. And yeah, there's the potatoes. Some of them are potatoes, some of them are more ground cherries. But the potatoes are coming on in. There's another squash. That marigold didn't make it. Oh, there's another bean. I gotta plant some more beans over here. So this is just kind of a hodgepodge. I was working with what was already here, including the materials. I salvaged this. If you don't want anything in the community garden, I'll tell you to go and put it over by the shed and whoever can have it. But I'm still happy with what I've done so far. I planted the corn at the house even later. So I'm glad I threw some corn seeds down here because it's already tasseling. And this one over here is already forming some corn. And if y'all remember, I put those alfalfa pellets in here as well as a lot of fertilizer, because this is kind of a hands-off kind of garden for me. I'm kind of experimenting and just trying to let it do what it will do without too much involvement for me, because I have my own stuff at home. Really, the showtime for me for this garden bed is going to be in the wintertime. I'm going to plant some cabbages or kohlrabi over here and net it so the bugs won't get to it. But for now, since they kind of called me last minute, I just threw some stuff in here and made it do what it do. So that's what we're looking like. So I'll show y'all another update soon. All right, check y'all later.